Thank you very much. Once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The time is now 10 o'clock, and I'm told that we have the requisite quorum present. Hence, I declare the meeting open. At the outset, let me take this opportunity to welcome all of you to the 47th Annual General Meeting of your company. Keeping in mind the safety of everyone, although the board has decreased quite a bit, but it is still wise to be a little safe. Hence, we have provided, in the interest of the safety of everyone, we once again are convening this AGM through video conference. Under the applicable rules as prescribed by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI, the facility of appointment of proxy has been dispensed with. Members present through virtual means are requested not to allow anyone other than themselves to log in using their credentials. Please be informed, pursuant to the inquiry of SEBI, the company or the management, rather, had commissioned a management audit, and this was being implemented by the promoter who initiated this in May 2020. For the financial year 1920 and 2021, we actually did the management on it for 2 years. This was completed in September 2022. Subsequently, the statutory audit was completed and the financial statements of the year under review, namely 21-22, was approved by the Board of Directors on 19 September 2022. What I'd like to add over here, that whatever was discovered in the management audit, those corrections were made in the final accounts that was presented for the year 21-22. Application of the required extension of time for holding this AGM was made with the Registrar of Companies, and approval was granted on 21st September 22 to hold the AGM before 30th December 2022. I'm glad to inform you that all the directors of the company have also joined the AGM through video conference. Mr. Sunil Chaturvedi is present with us over here. Mr. T.D. Banerjee and Mr. Manju are also present virtually. Also present are, in this room with me, our CFO, Ms. Vipasha Sanyal, and Mr. Shekhar Bhattacharya, the company secretary, who all of you know very well. Mr. Partner Singh and Company, our statutory auditors, is also present at this meeting. You must have already received the notice of the AGM together with the annual report through email. If you grant permission, I will take the notice of this AGM as read. May I request the company secretary to read the auditor's report to the members? Shekhar.
Yeah, I will read the first paragraph and the last paragraph, if you permit. We were engaged to audit the company's standalone financial results of TIL Limited, which comprise the standalone balance sheet as of 31st March 2022, the standalone statement of profit and loss, including the standalone statement of other comprehensive income, the shareholder statement of cash flow, the standalone statement of changes in equity for the year, and then ended and notes to the standalone financial statements, including a summary of significant accounting policies and other explanatory information, hereinafter referred to as the standalone financial statements. Based on such audit procedure performed that has been conducted, reasonable and appropriate in the circumstances, nothing has come out to the notice that has caused us to believe that the representation under the subclause A and B above contains any material misstatement. No dividend has been declared or paid by the company. For Singhi and Company Chartered Accountants, Mr. Rajiv Singhi, partner. Thank you.
Thank you, Shekhar. May I indulge in your kind permission that I take the auditor's report as read? Okay. Just for your information, the e-voting is open for those shareholders who have not cast their votes through the remote e-voting. Remote e-voting was open from Saturday, 17th December 2022 at 9 a.m. till Tuesday, 20th December 2022 up to 5 p.m. All the members who have not voted earlier and who are present in the meeting today can vote at the voting option appearing in the portal through which you have logged in to this meeting. The voting window is already open and shall remain so till 15 minutes from the conclusion of the AGM. Let me remind you once more that those of you who have already cast their votes through remote e-voting should refrain from voting again to avoid cancellation of their vote. Let me share with you my views on the operations of the company vis-a-vis the prevailing economic situation. It's clearly a fact world over. The economies in most countries are facing great difficulty, and India was no exception. COVID, although no longer present in India, has raised its ugly head again in China, in America, and various European countries. So the threat remains and precautions need to be taken so that we are better prepared than the COVID that happened for the first time, when we were ill prepared for all the issues that we had to face. What I would like to add here, whatever was it, the first bout of COVID impacted the industry, much of the impact still continues, and we have not yet got over or found a solution to all the problems that have been faced. I will get into this a little more in a little while. Let's talk about the construction equipment industry, which unfortunately has been facing a general slowdown since 2019, and which got further aggravated by the multiple COVID waves that gripped the nation and the world. The construction equipment industry, or the CE industry, where TIL is a prominent player, was affected by these headwinds too. The pace of construction activity slowed on one hand, and supply chain disruptions continued on the other. The combination was almost lethal for this industry. Supply chain was a problem, was a nightmare from any angle that you look at. If you just look at any of the equipment that TIL manufactures, it is an amalgamation of components bought from different suppliers from different parts of the world and different parts of India. And as we all know, different parts of the world and different parts of India had lockdowns at different periods. So if the south was working, north was not working. And that meant if you have, when we have our suppliers all over India, we could not really complete a crane. Similarly, for the imported components. If you look at a crane, right from the steel which we buy to the engine to the hydraulics, whatever you mention is bought, and then we have to build the crane by assembling all these pieces and bits and pieces together. And the non-availability or the lockdown, which was not obviously orchestrated well, but it happened as it happened. So as a result, supply chain was really a nightmare for companies like us and for most companies. Just to give you an idea, highway construction was down by 13%. In fact, in a recent report, it highlights that the first 5 months of 22, the construction of national highways decreased by 13% from 22.3 kilometers per day to 19.4 kilometers per day. And this is substantial when you consider the momentum that the Indian highway building had gathered in the meantime. This was one of the major factors for the construction equipment industry degrowth to 40%. In addition, steel being one of the major constituents of the construction equipment segments, raw material costs, and with the increased steel prices, this also affected your company in a very adverse manner, because most cranes, the build period, starting from the procurement period to the build period to the delivery period, takes anywhere between 6 to 8 months. So even if steel prices go up, the customers are not willing to compensate us for the increase in price of raw material, etc. Typically, they would look at the order date and argue that the increased price really shouldn't have affected us. And the truth is it did. So this has been reflected in the performance of your company. The supply chain situation which I talked about really was a nightmare in planning production, in completing our equipment, in collecting mass. So this also led to a massive cash flow problem, where cash was a rare commodity because of the situation I have just mentioned now. Added to this was the closure of your factories at various periods. While the Kamarati factory may be working, the Kharagpur factory was probably closed because of how COVID was affecting which area or which region at a particular time. And all this led to an acute liquidity crunch, which we are still struggling with and have not really been able to get out of that situation as yet. I talked about the bottleneck in logistics. I talked about the significant inflation in material. And of course, freight costs obviously also was up. Production and delivery we were not able to meet our production and delivery, which impacted the cash flow. And the pity of everything was all this was being faced, whereas we had a very healthy order book situation. Our order book situation has been one of the best that I have seen in most of my life at TIL. But in spite of the order book situation, for the reasons that I just mentioned, we are not able to complete the orders. But I must tell you that our customers have been extremely understanding, at least most of the customers, and have accepted the fact that there are going to be delays. They have also come forward and helped us with some of them have helped us with financial advances. Many of them have given us extension delivery. So although the customers are aware of the problems that all manufacturers are facing, and they have tried to do their best, but still the solution has not been there. The positives that I would like to talk about amongst all these negatives which I just talked about, defense has qualified your company to supply trains and various specialized equipment that the defense requires. And if all of us read the newspapers or we read it on the website, the war and the unrest situation around the world is becoming a major concern for all the countries. And India also is very concerned. So obviously this is going to lead to a lot of increase in defense expenditure, which I mean, it's not a good thing that this happens, but this will increase the expenditure in defense. What I'd also like to mention is that the government's Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat initiatives is going to go a long way in increasing the business prospects and opportunities of your company. India has been facing a lot of unfair competition from one of our neighboring countries. And this has been a major problem for most manufacturing companies in India. The government has recognized this and has taken serious steps to curb this menace so that Indian manufacturers are not disadvantaged. I talked about the deep engagement TIL has in various programs of the Indian defense. This includes the Air Force and the Navy. A statistic released by the CIA says the government has set the defense production target at 25 billion US dollars for 2026. This means a lot of opportunities for your company again. In addition to this, wide scope of private participation in the ports, as we all know, to make our ports more efficient and to be in line with the rest of the world. Various international port management companies have been invited to manage ports in India, like the Dubai Ports Authority, the Singapore Ports Authority. And these people believe in efficient equipment. This being so, there has been a spurt of demand for every stackers that your company manufactures. I would like to make a point here, while it's fresh in my memory, that we are undoubtedly the largest stacker manufacturer in India. And once the Chinese competition is totally taken care of, we will be the largest manufacturer of restackers in India. Going back to cranes, in rough terrain cranes, we have a clean leadership, and we've had this leadership for many years now. There has been competition for truck cranes from the Chinese, which has had a massive negative impact on your company. But if the government of India is able to curb and bring about a fair, competitive Chinese approach, then again, we shall regain our market share. I would also like to underscore another unique aspect of TIL is that in spite of the distressed financial results, including the exceptional loss that we have reported, and which has been explained in the annual report, which has been circulated to you. Cash flow challenges, I've already talked about. The production bottlenecks and delivery delays I've already talked about. But TIL continues to be the preferred choice for customers of grain and recyclers. They still TIL as their first port of call. TIL's pending order book as on 31st March of this year stood at 332 crores with large orders. I believe there's an order pipeline of about 1,600 crores over the next 2 years. This is I'm only talking about defense now. Now, if you take the private sector, it would be much more, of course. While I'm talking about this, the figures that I'm quoting perhaps would roughly estimate at 65% being for defense and the balance for the private sector. And now let me move to the current outlook. The opportunities in the infrastructure sector are huge. Infrastructure has been a priority of the government of India. Many major programs have already been announced, and we are all aware after our current Minister of Roads and Highways has taken over, we have actually moved to almost 30 kilometers a day, and whereas we struggled at 10 to 12 kilometers a day for at least 10, 12 years. So we have made a major breakthrough over there. And of course, with the presidency of the G20, I do believe India is ready to realize its vision to be a leading power in the world. It is clearly India's moment now. And obviously, India's moment is a sum total of the Indian people and the Indian companies. India has to spend $1.4 trillion US dollars building infrastructure by 2025. So this is the kind of spend that I'm talking about. India has an ambitious goal to be a US dollar 5 trillion economy in the next 3 years. These are strong growths for infrastructure. So generally, the future looks very bright. The G20 is going to bring about or correct a lot of the anomalies that perhaps exist today in India. I have every reason to say that we should be very positive. We should be very clear in our minds that India has a place now on the global table, and India is ready to now take off. And that means India's manufacturing sector is also ready to grow by leaps and bounds. I have the conviction that the trust and legacy your company enjoys amongst all the stakeholders will continue to flourish. Our customers, when we talk to them about the delays and about the problems in manufacturing that we are facing, they're all extremely understanding. And as I mentioned earlier, they're willing to give us extended time and also help us financially. all the strategic measures that have been put in place. They've been put in place to ensure that TR's legacy, growth, and expansion is not derailed but continues. It will make sure that TIL remains a trusted and preferred partner in the domestic and global infrastructure arena. I forgot to mention that there is also discussion with our partners about exporting many of our products. We have been exporting some, but I do believe we can look forward to a period where our exports will grow at a larger pace. An extraordinary general meeting has been scheduled for 23rd December, once again through the virtual mode, and I look forward to your attendance and support there. Now, I have a list of people who. Sorry, we have appointed Ms. Vinita Pandey, partner, Mrs. T. Chatterjee and Associates, is that one?
Yes, sir.
Practicing company secretary as the scrutinizer to scrutinize the remote voting and e-voting at the AGM. And I'm sure she will do it in a fair and transparent manner. And we'll give the scrutinizer's report to me, right?
Yes, sir.
Now I take the opportunity to request the speakers to participate, and I would request that I wait till I call your name. We've already got the list of the names who wish to speak, which is in the order the company, and we will call the names in the order the company has received the requests. I also request the speakers be precise and be brief to your point, and so that you get the answer to the question that you have in mind or whatever you would like to know. Once the speakers have finished, then I will respond altogether to each speaker's question, observation, comment, or whatever. May I first request? Can you please wait till I call your name before you put?
The host will put him in the unmute.
Okay,
Yeah.
the host will put you in the unmuted mode. So the first speaker is Mr. Mukesh Chandiramani. Mr. Chandiramani, please. Has not joined. Okay, the next one is Mr. Tarak Chaturvedi.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Chairman,
Good morning,
others,
sir.
others member, Board of Directors, and 47 Annual General Meeting, TIL India Limited, over to see. Mr. Chairman, first of all, I thanks to our all after your speech, and I wish you very good well in health, and I express with wish to your Christmas and New Year calendar 23 previous. I wish to you all success. And this year 47 annual general meeting really very complicated. Now TIL India Limited is one of the gold company in not only Calcutta, all over world. But now till the 19 pandemic situation, the all company are present position is not so far good. But parallel, our TIL India Limited on that time keep have maintained the business segment. But now at present, our company valuable secretary all timer, all message are present the website. Then we are joining the VC meeting. I am Taraknath Chakraborty speech in Calcutta. Mr. Chairman, first thing my point is that at present, our company scenario, I observed the website, your all annual report, but not position is not so far good and extremely losses last 2 year and parallel company present financial scenario is not so far good position. Earning per share at least exhibit the annual report. It is the historically of the downstep level 422%. Really, it is not a matter of joke, but company you have tried to make the business segment, but this is the unparalleled company volatile situation. They will come down this position, but our company is very sincere, ability, efficiency, all are percent. And very recent, I over talked to phone our company valuable secretary. He is only there is talk to our company situation, but our confident. We are a existing shareholder and is a very oldest shareholder in your concern. But it is my opinion. Our chairman is a very gentle person, obedient, very sincere, ability, efficiency, and always take these companies follow up what is the present and past situation manners. But company that try the new achievement and company already try to use a very good well and supporting the company financial new connected the persons are joining our TIL India Limited. I appreciate and are fully confident. Already your all resolution are we are supporting. Already I vote is completed and favor of your all resolution. Not only that, our fully confident this investor coming, the you have tried to make our position is good of the wealth is company, but I am fully confident and 100 mark benchmark point is your supporting to your try to best position and able to the our company TIL India Limited position. Mr. Chairman, I am fully confidently you are 100% success. Do you try to best your position and I am not briefly discussion. Many speaker is present there. Chairman sir, keep you have follow up and you have tried to best your company further, alive again and newborn baby, this Steel India Limited. And within 2 and 3 years, our company further is back position. The market scenario is a very good pay the dividend. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, our valuable Secretary, Mr. Bhattacharya. He is to be continue our connected and delivered our company manners position. Assistant Madam is a very well and very advanced. The try to make our all position, all joining the VC shareholder and our WebEx company. This is basis our joining this meeting. I thanks to all members and I over to microphone. Taraknath Chakraborty speaking, Calcutta. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
So, my audible. TD, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible now.
Thank you. Okay, do we have Miss Lily Pradhan with us?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Am I audible? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Very good morning, respected all chairpersons and all viewers. Myself, Lily Pradhan from Kolkata. I am very happy to know that the company's performance is developing a lot, which is sustainable growth in nowadays after COVID-19 pandemic situation. I have some specific question in present situation. What is the aim and object of future development in all over country and all over world? What is the CSR activities on challenging persons? What is the vision and mission? Must be submitted micro audit of CSR activities. Thank you. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you, Ms. Pradhan. As I mentioned, I will answer all the questions together. May I request Mr. Taposh Kumar Dotto? Is Mr. Taposh Kumar Dotto present?
Hello,
Yes, please.
hello, hello. Am I audible, sir? Hello.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
May I start, sir? Hello. May I start, sir?
Please start.
Hello.
Please start.
Respected chairman, distinguished board of directors, eminent MPs, and visiting this meeting. Myself, Taposh Kumar Dotto, and executive of TIL Limited. I profoundly express my sincere gratitude to the galaxy of TIL Limited for their dedication, exertion, commitment, and sheer endeavor. They embraced acute hardship with astonishing tenacity to revive TIL Limited. I congratulate. My heartfelt indebtedness to our secretarial department for their excellent and remarkable investor services. They are doing everything efficiently, effectively, and intelligently under the leadership of Sir
Shekhar Bhattacharya.
excellent quality of hard-working nature. He should be kept at his office with an extension of another 5 years. This is a topsy-turvy situation and we are on tenterhooks. What is going to happen to TIL? How will TIL come out of this severe crisis? I do not want to raise question on 17B of listing regulation, page 31 and 36, and independent auditor's disclaimer of opinion in connection with inventory, trade receivable, advance to supplier, interest-free loan, and stock in transit. As these are self-explanatory. Page 51, 52, and 53. It is displayed. Page 28, sir, credit rating, here D. I would like to know for which instrument have you obtained this credit rating? Is it for long-term rating? Is it for short-term credit rating or commercial paper?
No.
Sir, page 47. Particulars of employees. In this section, you have mentioned 209 numbers of management staff only and do not mention total number of permanent employees. However, in page 11 and 43, you have mentioned total number of employees are 1,123 numbers. I would like to know, after giving superannuation, how many permanent employees is now in hand? Third, page 45. Company has technical collaboration agreement with some of the world leading and distinguished enterprises. Let me know the name of your technical collaborator. Sir, page 45. Expenditure on R&D are not shown yet. Sir, page 50. 10 years financial highlight. Sir, it is observed that 213.93 crore net worth has turned to negative 203.06 crores in 2021 and 22. It was 213.93 crore positive in 2020 to 21. That is 416.9 crore erosion of net worth in a single year. Sir, please throw light on this erosion of net worth. Sir, I have trust and faith on your ability. I believe with your persistent endeavor, TIL will surely come out of this crisis by a year or 2 years. Sir, with this hope, I would like to conclude. Thank you for patient hearing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Doctor. You some excellent points, and I shall respond to them at the end again. May I now request Ms. Bharati Saraf, please.
হ্যালো, হ্যাঁ পরে করে নেবো, ঠিক আছে? हेलो, हाँ एक मिनट सर, एक मिनट वीडियो ऑन कर रहा हूँ,
Okay.
एक मिनट वीडियो ऑन कर रहा हूँ.
Okay, may I now request Mr. Ashish?
हेलो, हेलो,
Yes.
नमस्कार मजुमदार साहब, माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, उपस्थित निर्देश सदस्यगण, मेरे शेयर भाइयों बहनों, मैं संतोष कुमार साहब भारतीय स्वामी ज्वाइंट होल्डर बोल रहा हूँ सर. सर्वप्रथम आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार. आशा करता हूँ आप जितने भी डायरेक्टर अधिकारीगण इस वक्त अच्छे स्वास्थ्य व सुरक्षित होंगे सर. आपने अपने वक्तव्य में काफी कुछ हमने क्लियर किया, काफी कुछ बताया सर. मेरे एक दो छोटे प्रश्न सर. अभी अपने डिफेंस के ऑर्डर की क्या पोजीशन अपने पास है सर? क्योंकि पहले काफी अपने को डिफेंस से ऑर्डर मिलता था, अभी मिलिट्री ऑर्डर या डिफेंस के ऑर्डर की क्या पोजीशन बताइएगा सर. और रीजन क्या है सर, अपनी प्रॉफिट इस साल काफी कम हुई है, तो क्या अपने फिर फ्यूचर में इसकी ग्रोथ की आशा है? क्योंकि एक जमाने में हमारी डिफेंस के अंदर में बहुत बड़ी कंपनी की सप्लाई थी, तो क्या अभी गवर्नमेंट से ऑर्डर नहीं मिल रहे हैं? क्या कारण इसके बारे में बताइएगा सर. और सर फ्यूचर प्लान क्या है ये बताने को, आपके आइडिया से कब तक दोबारा हम डिविडेंड लिस्ट पे आएंगे ये भी बताइएगा सर. मैं ज्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा सर. आने वाली किस्मत की आपको शुभकामना देता हूँ और नव वर्ष की भी शुभकामना देता हूँ. और सर आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ फ्यूचर में बीसी मीटिंग इसी तरह करिए जिससे हमारे जैसे एज वाले घर में बैठ के बात कर सकें और बाहर वाले भी जो है जहाँ है तो अपने बात प्रकट कर सके, तो आप लोग के और अपने कर्मचारी के लिए दुआ कर सके सर. ज्यादा समझते हुए मैं अपना वक्तव्य समाप्त करता हूँ और आशा करता हूँ आप और आपके परिवार को लंबी उम्र मिलेगी सर, और आपकी छत्र छाया में कंपनी हमारी दोबारा रिकवर करेगी अच्छी तरह और डिविडेंड भी लिस्ट में आएगी. नमस्कार सर.
Namaskar ji. Thank you very much, and thank you for your good wishes. May I now request Mr. Ashish Kumar Patel.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Very good morning, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, Company Secretary, fellow members joining at 47th AGM of TIL Limited. My name is Ashit Kumar Pathak, joining from Damdam, Kolkata. My esteemed gratitude to Mr. Shekhar Bhattacharya, Vice President and Company Secretary, and also Secretarial Department for sending me the notice of the AGM and annual report financial year 22 very well in advance and allow me to speak. The excellent representation from respected chairman about the future strategies and roadmap my company management teams has taken for coming out from stress and going forward prospective performance and executions of pending orders. Sir, I have already exercised my e-voting for all the 6 resolutions mentioned in the notice and expect enhanced contributions from our new respected independent directors, Mr. Shubir Bhattacharya and Mr. Tulsidas Banerjee. Sir, I have some brief points which I like to share. It mentioned in annual report financial year 22, where mostly impacted our operations due to pandemic and lockdown. Respected chairman mentioned all this already. And degrowth of C sectors, impact in supply chain, shortage of raw materials, freight cost inflation, and also higher inflation in raw materials. Sir, my view is that current financial year, RBI has already taken all measures to control abrupt inflation. And also India is emerging economy. And also next we have good order booking in cranes, reach stakers, defense equipment, and optimistic in C sector. And mentioned pending order as on 31st March 2022 was rupees 332.50 crores, which was 65% mentioned pertaining to defense sector. Also, we have potential market share in terrain cranes. Sir, but at present, my company faced cash flow challenges. So through some highlights, the strategies and roadmap my company management team taken to fulfill the order booking status and come out from all the drawbacks, mostly from lenders' demand notices. Sir, at present, if possible, throw some highlights, the capacity of utilizations of my company, manufacturing units, where my company closed operation during 12 months, mentioned in the annual report as on 31st March 2022. Sir, this is my humble request that my company is unparalleled from other players in respect to production of cranes, reach stakers, terrain cranes, and mostly in demand in domestic market as well as overseas market. Sir, I think to be most concentrations in accounting standards, because SEBI pointed out certain accounting anomalies mentioned in the annual report. Also, independent auditors reports, Mr. Tapos Datta also pointed out some points mentioned page 51, 52, 53, mostly mentioned going concern assessment. Sir, as on 31st March 22, promoter's holding is very nice, 56.30%, and respected chairman holds 7,67,447 shares in my company. And respected chairman is the most experienced in industry knowledge, technical and financial skill, and experienced mentioned in page number 15. So it is most vital to prepare next to respected chairman for prospecting and continuation progression of my company. As a minority member, I always expect enhanced dividend and capital market appreciation with my company. Finally, my humble request, Mr. Shekhar Bhattacharya will be the most key person in my company. I also heard that he's retiring from his job. My humble request, his continuation in my company as long as he likes. This is my humble request. and praying to God, sir, your good health and everybody associated in my company in good health and blessings of God and future perspectives. Thanking you, sir.
Thank you, thank you, Mr. Pathak, and thank you for having cast your vote already, which you mentioned. As I said, I'll answer all the questions later. May I now request Mr. Sunil Kumar Modak.
Hello.
Yes,
Good
please.
morning to all. Respected Chairman, yes, I am audible.
Very audible.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Respected Chairman, Board of Directors, Company Secretary, and my fellow shareholders, myself Sunil Modok, calling from Calcutta from my residence. I am a still TIL shareholders. I am happy to attend this 47th AGM of our company and express my gratitude to the company to allow me to speak at the AGM. I have supported all the resolutions in favor and cast my e-voting earlier. I thank you to the Secretarial Department for sending me the AGM papers in time. Due to COVID pandemic, I have learned from the chairman's speech that our company has witnessed ever before worse results. I hope and I have the faith on of my company and the trust that under your able guidance, we will do best in the coming year. I heard that we have sufficient orders for the coming years, and we do believe that we will do better in the coming years, and we will soon see our company in a dividend mode. Before concluding, I pray to all your good health and the company. Thank you very much for listening me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Modak. Now, may I request my good friend, Mr. Amit Kumar Banerjee. Mr. Banerjee,
Hello.
please start.
Good morning to everyone. Sir, video is not coming.
It's clear.
Respected chairman of the meeting, I think something problem is visibility.
No, I can see
hello.
your face.
Okay.
You're wearing a black jorn coat, a white shirt, and glasses.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Sorry for this.
And
Respected chairman of the meeting, and other board members present. I'm Amit Kumar Banerjee from Kolkata. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak such a wonderful meeting today organized by your company, TIL Limited. It is our 47th annual meeting of the company. Sir, during the year under review, as visible in the balance sheet, company's performance is not satisfactory. Total revenue gone down 89 crores. Last year it was 317 crores. Net loss about 416 crores. So what is the real future outlook? Any and steps taken to make it effective for the sustainable growth of revenue? Kindly share your views. Kindly share any opportunity, any new business area in order to bring out an improvement in the financial position of the company. What is your about capital expenditure plan for next 2 to 3 years? What is your vision for rewarding to the minority shareholders? I hope under your leadership, our respected chairman and MD, Mr. Sumit Majumdar, who is well experienced and senior player in the industry, will definitely our company will manage and come up with new strategic move, maintain with transparency at all levels, overcoming certain risks, necessary infrastructure and goodwill. Lastly, I thank our company secretary also, Mr. Shekhar Bhattacharya. Yes, he is sincere, experienced, and cordial. Level best try to resolve the issue as and when required. I thank also all team members for smooth conducting video conferencing today. I'm a very old shareholders and definitely I'm very confident and casted all votes in favor of the company management team. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Amit Kumar Banerjee. Sir, over to you for further proceedings. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Banerjee. Thank you very much, Mr. Banerjee, for your comments, and good to see you again. Now, may I request Mr. Joydeep Bokshi?
Very good morning, Chairman and Board of Directors. Myself, Jaideep Bakshi, connecting from the city of Kolkata. Thanks to our company secretary, Mr. Shekhar Bhattacharya, for giving me an opportunity to express my views, and also to Bipasha Madam for clearing our doubts whenever required, and also to our CB management, our register, for conducting this video conference in a smooth manner. Sir, in the initial speech, you have well explained our company's position and impact of COVID on our daily business. So just want to know the effect of the supply chain disruption and closure of our plants. So did we lose any order due to this long lead time of delivery? So regarding the unfinished items due to non-availability of critical items, can we now proceed to complete the same and look out for new for prospective clients during this time? So it is noteworthy that the rough terrain cranes market share is in the lead. So what is the present order book position as on date, sir? So how do we plan to counter the rising inflation and transit cost, which is on the rise, as it affects our profit margin? Sir, regarding the CSR activities, where we have spent around 23.6 lakhs in the food, education and shelter and other departments, and even when there was no mandatory obligation, it's a good achievement from our part. So what is the feedback on the two new products at our last XCon fair, which we had experimented, and any new technology implementation plans in for coming years in the future? So there was a news like bringing in the strategic investor to continue our business operation. Kindly highlight on this, sir. So nothing to add more. I've supported all the resolutions and I've done my voting, and hope, sir, under your leadership and a guidance from all concerned with our organization, our TIL's legacy continues to come out with much more positive results in the coming years. Thank you, sir, and all stay safe, and Happy New Year to all present in today's virtual AGM.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Bokshi. May I now request Mr. Saket Kapoor?
Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar. क्या खबर है आपका?
Just a correction. It will be Suyash Kapoor. The name is wrongly mentioned. So no issue with that. So we both are there. So, but Suyash Kapoor is the one who's conducting the AGM, participating currently. Just a second, sir. Namaskar, sir. Sir, as you just pointed out about this opportunity part, the order book position, and how TIL is positioned to take advantage. But the most important point or aspect which we would like to hear from you is about the continuity of the organization. And as you have already mentioned that an EGM is scheduled, so we hope for a better discussion, I think so, on 23rd. But still, sir, kindly highlight us what is the status currently? Where are we in terms of this restructuring exercise, or wherein the new entity taking over from you or participating in the growth story going ahead? Sir, about this, you mentioned about the product like Rich Checkers, we having a big market share, but in these products, sir, we have never been able to generate good margins. So and earlier also it was only a volume or a turnover generating product. So would like to understand what brings the hope that current now going ahead, risk trackers would be aiding to our profits. Earlier it was I think so Concor was our major customer. Correct me there. So first point was that, and secondly, sir, this exceptional item has uh, has really surprised investors, and it's really a cause of concern for an organization of our stature to book losses to this tune of few hundred crores under exceptional items. So, sir, that things are there in public domain, but these have surprised us, and we are at shock at looking at these numbers, sir. At best, we have the best of the auditors there at the helm. So I have no words to express what went wrong, and we and I think that the work done by you, sir, then Shekhar sir and Bipasa ma'am, you have been tirelessly working to put this organization on track again, and look forward for the continuity. So sir, please do elaborate আপনি স্যার কিভাবে দেখছেন আগামী টাইমটা, how are we going to uh, be relevant going ahead? Today the question of the growth story, the market share comes secondary. First is we remaining and continuing our business, we remaining a organization which is able to participate, and that needs our balance sheet to be repaired. We are having a negative net worth currently. So what steps are we taking that this process will go through, and Chaturvedi sir would be at the helm going ahead, I think so, God willing, that and we have also participated and voted for both today's resolution also and for the EGM also. So sir, kindly elaborate if you are able to share some more data. And sir, you mentioned about this 1600 crore order booking. That is the 1600 crore where we have bid, or sir, currently do we have the ability to bid for orders because of our negative net worth and our default rating? I missed that point, sir. Over and all, sir, I wish for the well-being of the organization. I wish and pray for your good health, and I hope that definitely I hope that definitely things should improve from here, sir. So sir, please do and the key customers to whom we will be addressing current order booking, I think so, about the defense which we have spoken earlier also. So is it it should be the government of India only, and these are my points, sir. I hope you will elaborating giving an elaborate answer. This is Suyesh Kapoor. Thank you and namaskar, sir.
Thank you very much, Namaskar. Yes, I will touch on the questions you raised, Mr. Kapoor. Now may I request Mr. Alok Kumar Pal.
Are I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Myself, A.K. Pal. It is a great pleasure and proud privilege for me that I have got a chance to say a few words before the distinguished personality. At the outset, I express my sincere gratitude to our beloved company secretary, Mr. Bhattacharya. I profoundly touched by his generosity, courtesy, and kindness. Investor service truly remarkable and praiseworthy. I also convey my heartfelt thanks to members of the board of directors for their prudent guidance and invaluable service. I also welcome new director who are recently joined. I am sure company will definitely benefited from their rich experience and prudent advice. There are so many qualification adverse remarks in audit report and director report. But as a well-wisher of the company since last 30 years, I am not interested to discuss that negative points. I am optimistic about organization prosperity and growth. I am fully confident that management certainly take necessary action to betterment of company. Now I have some specific question. What is your order book position as on 30th November 2022? Please highlight some salient point of half yearly result which ended September 30th. What is your future roadmap and action plan? What is your strategy to overcome all the hurdles, solve all problems which you faced at present? As a veteran shareholder, I believe that under your efficient guidance and leadership, very soon company will regain its lost glory and illustrious history. I also pray to God that company will touch new scale of height at the earliest. Thank you for patient hearing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Paul. And I believe the last speaker today is Mr. A.S. Roy. Mr. Roy? He's not there, okay. Okay, now, let me answer the various questions that have been asked. But before I do that, there was an important part of my comments that I inadvertently missed out. And this will hopefully answer a lot of the questions raised by most of you, and very rightly so. So I'd like to highlight what I missed out, and I apologize for this. To ensure that the trust and legacy that your company enjoys continues, we have continues amongst the stakeholders, and that the company continues to flourish. The company should get back to its own glory. So one of the major strategic measure and course correction that your company is is in the process of implementing right now. Most of you must have read in the papers the announcement regarding the selection of a strategic investor to increase the authorized share capital to infuse funds into the business of the company, subject to shareholder and statutory approvals. The strategic measure will not only ensure seamless continuation of TIL's legacy, growth and expansion, benefiting our employees and all stakeholders, it will make sure that TIL remains a trusted and preferred partner in domestic and global infrastructure. One point that I must tell you is that in 2016, you all will recall, we sold the Caterpillar business to an investor called Mr. Sunil Chaturvedi. His company is called Gainwell Group. Now, he's the same gentleman we were talking with about taking over TIL. The reason we have chosen him, because he has, first of all, interned under me for 3 years. So I hope we have imbibed the culture, the ethos of your company in him, and which I believe we have. Because the way he has run the Caterpillar business demonstrates clearly that he thinks the same way as we do, and he will contribute in taking TIL back to its own glory. TIL has unfortunately faced headwinds because of reasons beyond TI's control, like COVID, economy, Chinese competition, and all that. Now, with once we have all the statutory and the legal formalities cleared for this partnership, then TIL will become the old TIL, being a dealer for Caterpillar, selling breech stackers and selling cranes. And he may add a few more products. So this is a strategy which is of paramount importance, and I somehow missed out mentioning that. And now this perhaps answers many of the questions that have been raised by you as to what our future plans are and what our future strategy is. So having made this observation, now I'll answer the questions one by one. Mr. Taraknath Chaturvedi was generally very positive, and he was confident that the TIL will bounce back. Then we have had questions like, I'm very happy the company is growing. Specific questions about what are the development plans, what is the mission, vision, and CSR. Mission, and vision has been clearly stated many times in the past. As somebody else mentioned, that we are very committed to the CSR activities. And although by law we were not required to contribute to CSR, but we did. Because we started CSR much before CSR became the law. So we are very committed to the well-being of the society. So somebody had questions about the number of employees, permanent, etc. Now, there are two types of employees in the company. One is, of course, the permanent, and the permanent is divided in management and workers. The other is we have a lot of people in contract. Now, these are typically jobs which are not permanent in nature, but they could be seasonal or they could be for short periods. Such people are taken on contract. Of course, being a responsible employer, all required statutory dues are paid and they're fully covered. So that is about the employees. Somebody had a question about who are our collaborators. Collaborators for cranes are Manitoba Grove. They are the largest in America and perhaps the largest in the world. And we have been associated with them in various forms right from 65. So this association goes back a long way, and it's been a very valuable and a very worthwhile association. For reach stackers, we are associated with Heister. They're out of America also, undoubtedly the largest manufacturer of reach stackers. The competition is primarily from Europe, but the Europeans are not able to compete with us in price and the advantage of local service, etc. Which adds in the speed of service, which adds in the speed of the equipment being put back. So there are a lot of advantages that we offer. Now, a lot of our reach stackers are also exported to Southeast Asia, right up to New Zealand. So that is where I was talking about exports. Expenditure on R&D, yes, I accept that the expenditure on R&D has not been up to what it should be. But as I meant, as we've been talking all morning today, we've been faced with strong headwinds. COVID played help with whatever we do. Economy was down. So somehow we had to put R&D on the back burner, but which I will admit to a lot of people who will say, no matter what happens, R&D should continue because it's important always to be ahead of competition. But we were, we were at a very critical junction of the organization's life. So we had to trade off over there. Somebody talked about the negative comments of the auditors. Yes, what had happened was that we started discovering that over the years, being such a long company, there have been certain anomalies or certain actions which were not in line with what believes in and what TIL is committed to. So we took a conscious decision to do a management audit, which was actually commissioned by me. That I said, whatever has happened, which is not in line with the ethos of the company, we need to clean up. And it was a very tough decision, I can assure every shareholder. And that has shown, that has been reflected in our results also, the cleanup. But I'm sure every shareholder will be comfortable to know that the company is not willing to sacrifice its principles because of some misdeeds by certain individuals. Let me also tell you, such people are no longer with us. This happens in every organization. And also, a situation like this gives us the opportunity to further improve our processes because what comes to a light is that our processes were not perfect. No processes in this world are perfect, but we try to make processes which is as perfect as possible, as clear as possible, as encompassing as possible. And to a great extent, this management audit has helped us to do it. It has been done at a very high cost, I admit. But as a lot of the shareholders have pointed out, the future of the company is bright. There's going to be a lot of expenditure in infrastructure, in defense, and as we can see, the orders are there. Yes, we've been delayed, but somebody asked if there are a lot of order cancellations. I think I covered it in my opening remarks. Order cancellations have not been so severe. We have been able to convince our buyers the reason for the delays, and we are hoping to be able to work with them and sort this out. And now, once all the clearances are obtained from the requisite authorities, and that TIL is, Gainwell is merged with TIL, then TIL will again become the size of the company it was, perhaps bigger, with the Caterpillar business coming into the fold. So I believe the shareholders have something to look forward to. There's been a lot of discussions and strategy, a lot of consultants involved in this, in working with Gainwell so that it becomes a win-win for Gainwell, for TIL, and for the shareholders. So that, I believe, really covers all the points that you all have raised. But if there's any specific questions, I'll try and offer them. There's some questions about credit rating. Yeah. What do you want to say about credit rating?
So basically, it's a short-term loan and the credit rate, the cash credit facility. Suppose you couldn't pay the interest because of
the rating was D. It was on short-term loan and cash credit facilities. As we told you, because of the paucity of funds, because of the shortage of funds, we could not meet our financial commitments of the bank on time. So the rating was not good, but we are hoping that with the induction of Gainwell and the new promoter, that is Gainwell, bringing in funds. All this will be behind us, and we'll be back to the glorious days of TIL again. So I believe I've answered. So there are questions about accounting standards being followed. Let me assure you the accounting standards are followed. There was a point about auditors. Yes, we have internal auditors, external auditors, and all very large company auditors. And however, whatever has happened, but you'll be glad to know that we decided, very difficult decision on our part, that in 1 year we will be absolutely, absolutely clean up. Whatever was not whatever happened, which should not have happened. So all that is behind us. Now, I would like to really
Question on the results versus revenue, immediately two numbers.
I trust I have answered most of the questions. If not, I have given you a feel of the future of TIL. Now I'd like to make a comment, which is very, it's on a personal note. This is perhaps the last AGM that I have conducted. I'd like to thank each one of the shareholders that I have worked with for so many years for your constant support and your encouragement. Even in difficult times, you've been very encouraging and you've been very supportive. Your conviction and guidance has really meant a lot to the company. And I will tell you this, that it has had a direct impact on the survival of the company and the fact that the company started in 1944 and today in 2022, we are still continuing. And now we are looking for a bigger TIL again, with the joining of Gainwell and the Caterpillar business. Some of you have been quite critical at times, and I thank you for that. Your criticisms have really driven us to make the required improvements so that those corrections that you have seen, we may have missed out. I thank you for pointing it out because it has helped us improve over there also. The reality is these are difficult times, but there are immense opportunities. The order books are good, order prospects are good. So with a little infusion of funds with the induction of the new promoter, shareholder, I believe all that will be behind us, and this should be a lot better in the months and years to come. I wish the very best and success to each one of you. And once again, I thank you for your confidence in your company. And let us work together to bring back the glory of TIL. Finally, before.
It is last concluding the after
Okay, and the last thing I'd like to mention is during these difficult times, when cash flow has been a problem, our employees, without question, have supported the company, have worked with the company, have supported the management, and there has the understanding and the support at their own discomfort and difficulty is something that I will never forget. It was really heart-rending to see that every employee stood behind the management and said, together we shall overcome. And I shall be eternally grateful to these employees and will remember them always. Now with this, the business of annual general meeting for today having been transacted, it's concluded. The results of the remote e-voting and e-voting at the AGM will be declared within 2 days and will also be uploaded on the website of the company. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure meeting you all again, although remotely. We really appreciate and thank you for sparing your very valuable time for the meeting. Wishing you all Merry Christmas and a very happy, prosperous, safe 2023. Thank you very much, everybody. Stay well.